guys, I can't believe summer is almost over and it's time to start thinking about back to school. The stores are all filled with backpacks and lunchboxes, but I guess it's that time. One of my most popular blog posts right now is a list of a bunch of different lunches that I've posted on Instagram or on my blog. And I can totally see why, because mornings can be so stressful with kids when you're trying to get yourself ready, you're trying to get your kids ready and they're missing shoes and they need their lunches packed and breakfast made and teeth brushed. It can be kind of crazy. So I wanted to give you some tips to make lunch packing a little bit more fun, easy, and more nutritious. One of my favorite quotes from Michael Pollan is that we shouldn't eat anything incapable of rotting, and I totally believe in that. Those processed meat and cracker lunches for kids are just gross, in my opinion, and so unnecessary when packing lunches can be really quick and easy. So one thing that makes it easy for me to pack my girls' lunches is to do some food prep. I like to cut up things like watermelon, carrots, cucumber, apples in advance and have them in the refrigerator so that the kids can go and get themselves a snack instead of getting something easy like a prepared granola bar or something that has a lot of artificial ingredients. They can just go get some fruit or veggies all ready to go. It also makes it easy for me to pack lunches because all I have to do is grab my prepped fruit and veggies and pop them in the lunchbox. So I'm just going to start by cutting up this watermelon, and I'm going to keep it in a glass storage dish so that the girls can go and get some after school, or I can just pop it right into their lunch boxes without needing to do any cutting in the morning. And I like to cut watermelon into little cubes or spears that are easy for kids to eat. This is my favorite way. I like this over the traditional triangles, just like this. Another trick I like is to wash my berries in advance. Whoop, I lost one there. And you might think that these are going to get all mushy and yucky if they're washed in advance, and that is usually true, but if you add a little bit of vinegar, I usually do just a splash of apple cider vinegar in some water and rinse them that way. It keeps them fresh a lot longer. I'm going to peel some carrots and cut those up. My kids actually love carrot ribbons, and the way you do those is you just take your peeler and create some ribbons just like this. So you might like to try that and see if your kids like carrot ribbons too. And I just add those right to the lunchbox. Cut up some cucumber. My kids love cucumber, and it's a great way to stay hydrated when we have these warm Indian summers here in California. All right, got all this gorgeous produce ready for the fridge. So I have a great trick for apples. If you have a 5 or a 6-year-old, or you've had one, you know that it is 100% necessary to cut up apples because they are often missing front teeth. So I like to use my little apple slicer. Not necessary, you can just cut it up how you like. All right. The problem with putting sliced apples into lunchboxes is that they often turn a really icky brown, and it's a big turnoff for kids. So there are a couple ways that you can keep apples from turning brown in lunchboxes. One fun way to keep apples from turning brown is just to slice them up with the apple cutter, but keep them together. Keep the cut edges all together, and that way they won't turn brown. I'm just going to use a rubber band, and I didn't come up with this idea. I saw it on Pinterest or somewhere else on the internet, so I don't know who came up with it, but it was great, and my kids loved this. You just wrap a rubber band around the apple, and it keeps the cut edges all together and prevents them from turning brown. Another way is to put your apple slices into a dish and squeeze half a lemon in there. The citric acid will prevent them from turning brown too, just like the citric acid that is in sliced apples from the grocery store. Let's talk about lunchbox essentials. We've tried so many different lunch systems over the years, and there are a few that I like more than others. This one is from Easy Lunchboxes, and this one is nice for smaller kids or really anyone, but it comes with 3 compartments. You can put a main dish here, like a sandwich or a wrap or a salad, and then 2 smaller sections. So this is a great kind of bento box type of lunch system. About the last year of preschool, we decided to try the PlanetBox lunchboxes. You can see mine is a bit worn and dirty, so excuse me, but we absolutely love this one. This is my favorite. It comes with a metal inside, and it has many different compartments, and kids love having different options and a variety of foods that they can pick and choose from, and a lot of kids don't like their food to touch each other, so this is a great one for that. It comes with this container, which you can put liquids in. You don't want to put liquids directly into this because it can seep out through the edges if it gets turned around, which it will in a backpack. It also comes with a little dip container. I use this all the time for hummus or for peanut butter, and that can go in here. And then you fill up your PlanetBox, stick it in the carrying case. You can put your ice pack here, zip it up. You can put something in a pouch, a water here. And what I love about this is that when it comes home, all I have to do is open it up and stick it in the dishwasher. So it's so easy to clean. This PlanetBox has lasted us several years already and is still in great shape. It's a great eco-friendly lunchbox solution that I highly recommend. The only downside to this one is that it's a little bit heavy for, I would say, the 2.5, 3, 4-year-olds. It's great for kindergarten on up though, and it stores a ton of food. I also like to use hot containers. Cold foods and sandwiches can get a little bit old, especially on these cold, rainy days when it gets into the winter time. So this one is my favorite. There are all sorts of different type of insulated containers. This one is from Lunchboxes, and I like this because it has this wide mouth. So it makes it really easy for little kids to get in here with their spoon or their fork, and you can put anything in here from oatmeal to spaghetti, chili, soup, grilled cheese, fish sticks. There are endless options, and just go with what your kids love. The trick to the hot containers is to heat them up before you put the hot food inside. So I just heat up some water and carefully pour it in. And just let this sit while I'm heating up the food for about 10 minutes. Then your insulated container will be already preheated, and it'll keep the hot food warm all day. Another container I've had for years and is great for preschoolers is just a small stainless steel sectioned off container. You can do this in a bento box style lunch, or you can serve this along with a hot food. So sometimes if I'm doing a protein in this hot container, I'll make some veggies and fruit in this one and send that along too. Some things that make lunches really, really fun for kids, and I love to do, are sandwich cutters. You can find those online. I have a heart, and I have this ridiculously cute dinosaur cutter, and it just makes really cute little sandwiches. I also like to use occasionally, if I have time, little veggie cutters. They can turn your veggies into little hearts or flowers. They're really adorable. My kids also love these little fruit and veggie picks. You can just put them in your lunchbox, stick them into a sandwich or blueberries or whatever you like. Kids just love to pick at things with little skewers and pop them into their mouths. Next up is a slideshow of lunches I've made in the past to hopefully give you even more ideas and inspiration. I hope this video is going to make your mornings less hectic, a little more fun, and more nutritious. If you make some of these lunches, I would love if you would tag me on Instagram so I can see what you're up to. Happy lunch packing! Bye!